be seated. Well, good evening to everyone. First, I'd certainly like to thank our band. You guys always sound so amazing. I certainly do appreciate all that you do. And tonight, in honor of our graduates as they walked in, certainly thank you very, very much. To our guests, our parents, especially to the class of 2013. I'd like to extend a very warm welcome to what in only 2 short years has become maybe my very, very favorite thing that we do. And that's this evening. It's the very last time that we're all together as a graduating class on our campus, and that's very special to me personally. So I thank you for allowing me to be part of Convocation this evening. I have the very good fortune to introduce our speaker, to introduce someone who needs no introduction, especially as we are doing all things Grimsley. But tonight's speaker is a 1978 graduate of Greensboro Grimsley and a teacher for the past 30 years at his alma mater. He's passionate about what he does in the classroom, and he loves being with his students. He's passionate about his high school and undergraduate alma mater, Greensboro Grimsley High School. He inspires young people through his coaching and is quick to let people know about what inspires him. He's passionate about his family and just about life. Coach Franks has taught U.S. history, sociology, and psychology since the fall of 1983. He directed the sports medicine program here at Grimsley for 16 years as a nationally certified and licensed athletic trainer before he got into coaching. He was an assistant football coach for 6 years and coached golf at Grimsley since 1997, leading both the men's and women's programs to multiple conference and regional championships, and North Carolina State runners-up with both the women and the men. He's named Guilford County's PTSA Council's High School Teacher of the Year, Grimsley High School Teacher of the Year, and has had the yearbook dedicated to him twice. As a student athletic trainer at Clemson University, Coach supported football, soccer, and wrestling. He was inducted with the 1981 National Championship football team into Clemson's Ring of Honor and has served Clemson on the Athletic Fundraising Group's Board of Directors. He's been president of the Piedmont Triad Clemson Club and was chosen in 2001, as one of the 25 most intriguing Clemson fans. I know, I'm going to skip my little reading here. I know we're wondering why it took him till 2001. Since 1987, Coach has been an assistant director of the North Carolina Coaches Association. He's helped that organization with planning and implementing a coaching clinic, which is one of the largest in the entire country. Currently serves on the board of the National Organization of Coaches Association Directors. Just this month, his first book, Unintended Consequences, Lessons Learned, was released by Carolina Academic Press. His life has been one of passionate service, and he's inspired virtually thousands of students and staff. Students who have returned to tell him what a difference he's made in their lives. It's my pleasure to be able to introduce Coach Franks this evening as one of my mentors, as a colleague, and especially as a friend of mine. I present to you Coach Joe Franks.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Greg, and thank you, class of 2013. Now, one thing on your program, it has me speaking, and then it has an Alumni Association presentation. I'm going to combine those two within my little talk so you don't have to hit me twice. So just bear with me. All hail to thee, our alma mater strong. We'll sing thy praise through all our days with this triumphant song. All hail to thee, and as the days go by, we'll pledge our faith and love and loyalty. Greensboro Grimsley High. I learned this tune in the fall of 1975. I had to, as a sophomore in the Grimsley choir, we had to sing it multiple times. Just words, just a tune, written by Herbert Hazelman. He was the band director when I was here. Yeah, the music building is named after him. Over the years, this song has left an indelible mark on my life because this place has left an indelible mark on my life. As Greg said, I graduated from here in 1978 and began teaching in the fall of 1983. 30 years later, I look back and it's hard to believe that 33 of my 53 years on this earth have been on this campus. My gosh, that's a third of a century. My students tell me I'm old, they're right. I do love this place. It's in my blood. Now, some of you in this class love this place dearly. Some of you in the audience are alumni and love this place dearly. For some of you in the class of 2013, I know you're all too ready to get out and take off. But I do hope that as the years go by, you'll come to appreciate all the great opportunities this wonderful school has provided to you. The words of our alma mater are profound and as true as they were when Mr. Hazelman penned them in 1949. Let's look at a couple of those phrases and see what they mean. All hail to thee, our alma mater strong. We salute this school, which has been and continues to be the flagship of the Guilford County schools. Don't let anybody tell you any different. This school is strong, this school is rock solid, and we put out a good product, and you're sitting right there tonight. As the days go by, we'll pledge our faith and love and loyalty. I hope that not only as a senior, but as the years go by, you'll continue to be proud and support your school 10, 20, 30, even 50 years from now. In my years at Grimsley, I've worked with 10 principals and worked with hundreds of teachers and staff. I've been fortunate to have had the opportunity to teach well over 4,500 students. And now I have a chance to speak to the class of 2013. You know, I happen to believe that 13 is a lucky number. I mean, heck, I graduated from Clemson on Friday, May the 13th, so 13 is a lucky number. Now, some of what I have to say to you tonight, my classes have already heard, but repetition helps you learn it, so that's good. They can hear it again. So many questions. Where do I go from here? What am I supposed to do? What is my purpose? Now, most of you know what you'll do in the next 3 to 6 months, but what about then? Folks, you are embarking on the most important decade of your lives. Over the next 10 years, you'll finish school or you'll go to work. Many of you will be married. Some of you will have children. Unfortunately, some of you will be divorced. And you will have changed jobs multiple times. But it's the decisions that you're going to make in the next 10 years that are going to set you on a path for the rest of your lives. So what words of advice might be helpful as you embark on this journey? In psychology, there's a theory of personality called trait theory. And within that theory is a concept that many psychologists call the Big Five. In my years of teaching this, I've come to believe that 4 out of the Big Five are absolutely crucial to one's success in school, in relationships, in work, and in life. So let's look at these 4. First, be conscientious. Take pride in what you do. Care about doing a good job. Care about others and be considerate of them. And be reliable. Make it so people can depend on you. Wake Forest football coach Jim Grove once told a group of high school all-stars that when NFL scouts came to Wake's campus to evaluate ability, that they really weren't looking at 40-yard dash time or bench press. They were looking at dependability. This relates to character, and we all know that character is how you act when nobody's watching. So remember, be conscientious. Second, be agreeable. Get along with others. Be polite. Be kind. Learn to say yes to working with people. For the rest of your lives, people are going to ask you to do things to help them out. Try to find a way to say yes when you can. Now, I know you always won't be able to say yes. I understand that. But all too often, there are those around you who do nothing but complain about being asked. They don't want to help out. Don't be that person. Be the one that helps find solutions. So remember, be agreeable. Third, develop emotional stability. Learn to develop coping skills to deal with setbacks in your life. Remember that old emotional intelligence law. When our emotions go sky high, what happens to our intelligence? It goes way down. We all know that things are not going to always go our way. We can't control that. But we can control how we deal with those situations. If you learn to maintain control of your emotions in a clear and mature way, that is being responsible. So remember, develop coping skills that help lead to emotional stability. Fourth, be open to new experiences. If there's one constant in the universe, it's change. And that's not always easy for people. For many of us, we get used to doing things a certain way and we just get comfortable. Just as we need to learn coping skills to keep our emotions under control, and we need to be able to say yes to opportunities. We need to be open to looking at the possibilities that life puts in front of us and to consider them as options, not just shut down the idea immediately. So remember, be open to new experiences. If you work to develop these 4 traits, I can guarantee that you'll be successful no matter what you choose to do. You'll be successful in school, you'll be successful in your relationships, you'll be successful in work, and you'll be successful in life. As you search for something you might want to do, I challenge you to do something you love doing. Be passionate about it. Find something you love to do and go after it. Each day is a new opportunity. Engage it with a smile and a positive attitude. I would also challenge each of you to make a difference in the lives of others. I don't care what size group you're a part of. Make it a better group because you're there. We can all bring positives to the dynamics of group relationships. Whether it's a family, a team, a class, a school, whatever. Make a difference. At my graduation in June of 1978, as a member of the Grimsley Choir, I'll never forget singing The Road Less Traveled, based on a poem by Robert Frost. I love these lines. 2 roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference. When you get to be my age, you look back and you can see really clearly the choices that you made and the results of those choices. What I had the opportunity to do here at Grimsley set me on a path to attend Clemson University, which in turn set me on a path in sports medicine and teaching. As my sports medicine career closed, a new opportunity presented itself in coaching, and I've been blessed to have had the opportunity to come back home, establish a career, and finish that career on this campus. Do you guys remember the first time we met? You were a bunch of little 9th graders. You're sitting in here. Remember that? First day of school in 9th grade. You're here for orientation. As you've had time to recently reflect on your career at Grimsley, so have I. I've been posting little nostalgic moments for the past month on Facebook. You know, we didn't have convocation back then, but I think this is a neat tradition. And as you get older, I'll bet you'll appreciate traditions even more. It's always good to remember where we came from. Some folks want to forget about the past and move on to the newest thing, but not here. When you walk in that main hall and you see those magnificent trophy cases, or you go in that gym and you see all those banners, Grimsley celebrates tradition and builds on it. And speaking of those banners, you probably heard me say it, but I'm going to say it again. At most schools, they hang banners in their gym for conference championships. At Grimsley, we hang banners for state championships. That's how you get in our gym. So, if somebody at another one of your school, one of your friends from one of these other schools, maybe one over on Alma Drive, wants to start talking to you about all of their tradition, you just look them in the eye and say, hey, let me tell you something. We were winning state championships when your grandparents were in diapers. Go ahead, you can tweet that. Casey probably already has. You know, when I stepped on this campus as a sophomore in 1975, I couldn't believe how big this place was, and still is. As students, you probably don't realize how unique Grimsley is. You take it for granted because you're here, until you leave, and then you talk about it with others, or you bring visitors from other cities or states to your alma mater. This is truly a small college campus without the dorms. And it's always great to be in a room of whirlies, because there's no place like Greensboro Grimsley Senior High, and no mascot like the Whirlies. According to ESPN Scholastic Sports America a few years ago, we were the only Whirlies in the United States. And as far as I can tell, we still are. I know they had some kind of online voting for popular mascots this year. We may not have advanced to the national level. No matter. We're still the only one. And Greensboro Grimsley is a special place. It was 114 years ago that city leaders in Greensboro committed to creating a central high school. And 84 years ago, the building we're in tonight was constructed. A building that is now in the National Register of Historic Places. In 1949, the largest on-campus stadium was constructed, with a field house that's a World War II memorial. The architectural significance of the Sawyer Gym that was built in 1954 with the longest center support concrete beams with no center supports in the country. To the murals that you see here, well, you have seen them, it's a little dark right now. Education and energy that were painted originally, during the Great Depression. The original World War II posters that are in the Media Center, and the historical significance that Josephine Boyd Bradley gave to the school as we integrated in 1957. It's a school where the buildings are named after pioneers and people that have been loyal to Grimsley. Without a doubt, it's a fabulous place. In 1996, a group of alumni decided to start an organization dedicated to helping Grimsley maintain its tradition and greatness. Over the years, the Greensboro Grimsley Alumni and Friends Association has raised money to support students with scholarships, staff with various grants, athletics with equipment for the Media Center, support for the Senior Tea, and the list goes on. You're prepared to join a select group, graduates of Greensboro Grimsley Senior High. And as one of the new incoming co-presidents of the Alumni Association, with your graduation on Sunday evening, I'm proud to recognize each of you as members of that Alumni Association and hope that you'll choose to maintain your membership as the years go on. Greensboro Grimsley celebrates excellence in academics, in the arts, in athletics. The slogan of the Alumni Association is a past to build on, a future to fulfill. You're the newest generation of alumni to carry on that tradition. Congratulations. As I close this evening and my career here at Grimsley, I thank you for the opportunity to speak with you. And I thank this magnificent place for what it has given to me. I'm eternally grateful. Now let me share one more thing as I leave you. The words to a song written years ago by Carole King named Now and Forever. Now and forever, you are a part of me, and the memory cuts like a knife. Didn't we find the ecstasy? Didn't we share the daylight when you walked into my life? Now and forever, I'll remember all the promises still unbroken, and think about all the words between us that never needed to be spoken. We had a moment, just one moment, that will last beyond a dream, beyond a lifetime. We are the lucky ones. Some people never get to do all that we got to do. Now and forever, I will always think of you. God bless you.